Okay, class. So last time we have mentioned about some features of those uh, prey or predator, how to be a successful predator, and also how to escape from the predator, so they can run fast and they can also have good sight, eyesight, something like that. So today we talk about how about plants. Okay, plants. So pay attention. There's quite a lot of animals also feed on plants. Okay, so plants, they although they can't move, but they have a different strategy to prevent they from being eaten. Okay, so this is a common method or common way for them to avoid being eaten. For example, they have some needles, prickles, or thorn, which can be somehow showing here. Okay, or some spikes. So you can see that this kind of different plants, they're trying to prevent the animal from coming closer, so which can using these spike to attack them. Okay, similarly, so this spike can not only prevent animal from going nearby, but also can somehow prevent, for example, prevent any other animal that from climbing it. Okay, some plants, they have different spike to prevent different animals like monkeys climbing up to kind of eat the fruit. Okay, the next one, another most common way that would be produce some poison and some substance. So why I show you this photo, chili, okay, spicy. So in fact, not only poison, well, some plants do produce poison, trying to make those who have punish them who have eaten the plants, trying to ask them not to eat again. However, some plants, they produce some substance. Why they have to produce some sort of instead of some poison? Because, well, plants rely on some other animal to help them to reproduce. Okay, to reproduce, to help spread their seed. Imagine if that plant produce all the thing well, all of them are toxic. So if eventually no animal or no other different, well, no other animal can help them to spread the seed. So that's why they produce some other substance which is not toxic, but somehow could prevent some particular animal from eating them. For example, chili. Chili rely on birds to help them to spread the seed. Okay, a bird will help to spread the seed. Okay, so you can tell that why chili is so spicy. In fact, birds do not have the sensory of sensing the spicy, so bird does not feel chili is spicy. So that's why birds can help them to spread the seed, while other animal like, for example, maybe rats, okay, will also feed on those these fruits, will also eat these fruits. However, rat feel spicy. Okay, chili do not want rat to help them to spread the seed. Do you know why? You can tell from their teeth. Birds do not have teeth, which will not damage the seed when they are eating the fruit. However, for rats, for any other different animal, they have their teeth, which will damage the seed. So that's why chili do not want them to help to spread the seed. That's why they try to make something to allow birds to help to spread the seed. Oh, sorry, directly spread the seeds, but preventing other which will damage the seed, not to eat them. Okay, not to eat the fruit. Okay, and the last one, also another quite common way, that would be having a very hard cover to protect their seed. Okay, so you can tell here. Okay. Okay, so this would be the food chain. The next part we're going to discuss about food chain can show a very simple fitting relationship. Okay, using this simple arrow. Okay, so first of all, let's have this example. So cicada in Chinese called sim, which will be very noisy during the summer. Okay, in fact, cicada will be eaten by the mantis. Okay, 螳螂 here. Okay, so we use this simple line to represent this relationship. Cicada was being eaten by mantis. You can see from here, so there is an arrow here. So what does this arrow mean? Okay, so basically this arrow means, sorry, this arrow mean the transfer of material. The material. What does it mean? It means that, oh, once the mantis eat the cicada, the material of the cicada will then transfer to the mantis. Okay, so this is showing the relationship between the cicada and the mantis. Or you can also see the arrow. You can also see the arrow means this statement is eaten by. So basically, if you form a sentence, so cicada is eaten by mantis. Okay, which means that mantis eat cicada. Okay. Okay. So next one. Okay, you have to pay attention that most of the food chain start from the plant, the green plant. For example, as stated here, so the green plant, okay, then the material of the green plant pass to the tabloid, okay, and then the tabloid will then be eaten by a type of fish, and at the end, the fish was being eaten by heron, okay, a kind of big bird, okay. So which means that, okay, it's always start from plant, and also it could be more than one. The food chain could include more than one type of organism. Unlike the last one, the cicada and the mantis, we have only two, okay, only two. But however, in fact, we can include more than two. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now let's have a quick checkpoint. Okay. So look at here. So you can see that the rabbits eat grass and the fox eat rabbit. So there's two relationship right here. So what should we write down first? Okay, don't forget we always start from the plants. Always start from the plants. So which means that we start from the grass. Grass. Okay. So now, which animal eat grass? Obviously, rabbit. Okay. Rabbit. And then the rabbit is eaten by the fox. Fox. Okay, so here you are. These are food chain showing the relationship describing by these two sentences. Okay. How about next one? Human eat cows and cows eat grass. Again, start from the green plant. Oh, sorry. Green plant. There's a grass. So it's eaten by the cow, and at the end we eat the cow, which is very tasty. Good. Okay. So the next one. Here we're going to ask another question. So why do we eat? So simple. Why we eat? Because we need for energy. So all living things they need food. Okay, no matter human, plants, panda, grass, flower, sunflower, trees, all these, they, as long as they are living, they need energy. So they need energy to do many different things. For example, they need to move, they need to reproduce. I think they need to having reproduction, and they need to find food or find their love. Okay, so they all of these they need energy. Okay, but however in this world there's two way of having their own food. Okay, one type we call them as the producer. So as suggested by the name producer, they create their own food. For example, plants, they create their own food by a process called photosynthesis, in Chinese called 光合作用. So they can create their own food. That's why they need not to hunt, need not to feed on others. Okay. So we can talk a little bit more about the photosynthesis. So for photosynthesis, what does the plant need? Okay, what do the plant need? So in fact, plants, they need quite a lot of things. So not only water, they need water. The water. Oh, excuse me. So they need water. Where do they take the water? They take the water in the soil. Soil means the 泥土. Okay. So they need the water, and also they need the carbon dioxide. Okay. They need the carbon dioxide. Where do they get the carbon dioxide? In the air. Okay. So the plants will collect the carbon dioxide in the air, and then also they have to this, as suggested by the name, you need the presence of light. So also they need sunlight, and also maybe some nutrients, in the soil as well, which is needed for them to grow their leaf, grow their flowers. Okay, so some like fertilizer, 肥料. Okay, so this is one of the way. Okay, so producer, they create their own food. Oh, that's why green plants always is the start of every food chain, which means that so food chain, you can now summarize. Food chain start from producer. This is important. Okay, the next one would be the consumer. Okay, so consumer cannot create their own food. That's why they have to hunt other organisms for food. Okay, feed on means eat. This word, feed on, means eat. Okay, so primary consumer. For consumer, we also can break it in two types. Primary consumer is those consumer that feed on plants. Okay, while the secondary consumer is those animals that feed on other consumer. That's why we call secondary. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Consumer. Okay. So you can tell from here. Okay. Oh, this is some mistake right now. I don't know why this graphics right here. But anyway. Okay. So consumer, they feed on other organism, while all these the organism, including plants, okay, and also including other consumer. Okay, so which means that, oh, there's something wrong. Anyway, so we have two types of consumer: primary and secondary. Primary, they feed on plants, while secondary, they feed on other consumer. Now let's have a quick exercise below. Now, using the same food chain, okay, the same food chain, can you tell me where is the producer? Where's the producer? Okay, so producer are the plants that can create their own food, and all food chain, they are start from producer. That's why the producer in this case would be the green plants. Okay, the green plants right here. Okay, all these are the producer. So they take the they use the sunlight and they use the carbon dioxide that dissolve in the water to create their own food. Okay, so the rest of them, they are the consumer. But which of them are the primary consumer? Which of them are secondary consumer? Let's break it down. Okay, so primary consumer would be the one feed on the green plants. So basically you can tell. So what are these? They are the tapoi, okay, fodao. So they feed on the green plants. So primary consumer would be the tapoi. Okay. How about the rest? Okay, how about the rest? Okay, secondary consumer would be the remaining one, would be the stickleback. Okay, so this is a kind of fish. So because this looks like a stickle. Okay, so this is the secondary consumer. They feed on the primary consumer. Stickleback. Okay. So the last one, although we did not mention here, so this is, in this case, this would be the tertiary consumer, or we say the top predator, or the top consumer. Although we did not mention its notes, because this is usually very hard to tell. Okay, but you can understand in this way. Usually the top predator, there is no other animal that hunt on this kind of predator. For example, heron or maybe shark, all these things. Okay, this in their environment, there's no other organism hunt on them. There's no natural enemy for them. Team that natural enemy. Okay, so in this case, although we did not talk about that, this would be the heron. Okay, 鷺鳥. Okay. So please complete the remaining parts, and we are going to check it in the next lesson. Okay. Please complete the one on. It should be on your page. On your page 45 or 46. Okay, that table. Okay. So that's it for this.